You have to have toughness. You got to be tougher than everybody that we play. It's going to be difficult. Everybody here has got to have a lot of mental toughness.
Welcome everybody to another edition of the Nick Saban Show, along with the head coach of the Crimson Tide. I'm Chris Stewart. Coach, back-to-back road games where it goes down to the final play and unfortunately doesn't go Alabama's way.
Well, you know, I was really proud of the way our players fought in the game. I mean, they competed their tail off to, get back in the game. And, we made some errors that, make it hard to overcome when you're playing in a place like this against a team like this. I mean, whether it was the first drive where we go right down the field and throw a pick, in the end zone and don't get any points, and stalled out in the red zone a couple times, had too many penalties on defense, made a mental error on, one of their touchdowns in terms of nobody peeled the guy that was supposed to peel the back, didn't peel him, and, I mean, those things are disappointing, but I cannot really fault our players at all for the way they competed in the game. They played hard. It was a tough game, and we came up short by keeping the guy out of the end zone at the end of the game. So disappointing, but I think everybody got to kind of check their whole card, and we have a legacy of how we do things at Alabama and the standard, and everybody can create value for themselves and their future and for this team if we continue to do that.
And still so much we'll get into later about what comes ahead for this team. But for this particular ball game, Coach, some opportunities early, as you've addressed, didn't quite go your way. It's a tight one back and forth, but in the first half as a whole, why was it so difficult to get things going against their defense, which is a very talented group?
Yeah, we didn't run the ball very well, and we didn't pass it effectively enough. So, they played a lot of zone pressures, and I think we played better on defense in the first half. We played better on offense in the second half, but we need to put those two things together and play well in both halves, on both sides.
All right, Coach, let's get into the first half highlights.
Single setback once again is Gibbs. Pressure coming from the edge, but plenty of protection, and a pass to Latu at the 40, down to the LSU 35, and now to the 34-yard line. Cameron Latu, first down for Alabama. Handoff to Gibbs this time, bounces it outside 30, 25, 20, inside the 16-yard line and near the 15. Javion Cohen running interference, gets it now. He wants to throw, looking, steps up in the pocket. He's going to fake a pass, now he'll throw it, and it is going to be intercepted. Threw it behind the intended receiver. Handoff, no, they'll keep it with the quarterback. He'll throw it out to Taylor. He'll get right side. He'll get a first down. He'll get inside the Alabama 26 to the 25-yard line. Tigers at the Bama 25. First and 10 from there. Quarterback looking, stepping up in the pocket, but he is going to go down. Great pressure for Alabama. Their second sack of the game. Will Anderson and Byron Young met at the quarterback and got him to the turf for the Crimson Tide on 2nd and 15. Unloads it in a hurry, and they've got a lot of room. Catch made by Emery inside the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone for a touchdown, LSU. Extra point, Damian Ramos from Baltimore. His kick is up, plenty of leg. It is through the uprights and into 3 as Young gets the snap, dumps it off. Catch made McClellan. A lot of running room, 45 across midfield. Foot race, 35, 30, 25, 20, and he is brought down near the 10-yard line of LSU. Here it comes. Spot is down, kick is up, and it is good. And Alabama has made it a 7-6 ball game as the half comes to a close.
7-6 at the half, and had to really scrap to get to that point because you're kind of playing uphill, it seemed, in terms of field position.
Yeah, we had really bad field position the whole first half. Their punter did a good job of, backing us up a couple times. The defense played well, but they kept moving the ball a little bit. And then, we weren't moving the ball offensively to change the field position. So we ended up with, I think, average start for the first half was on the 16-yard line or something coming out. So that's not a good way to have to play offense.
Not at all. Coach, we'll have more coming up. Stay with us here on the Nick Saban Show.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by the University of Alabama, where legends are made. And by Coke, with zero sugar and refreshingly delicious. Is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
Coach, 7-6 at the half. What was the message at the break?
Well, I really feel like in the first half, we gave them a touchdown. We didn't peel the back, which I've said that before. We threw an interception in the end zone when we had the ball inside the 10-yard line. So I really felt like it was about what we were doing. We were playing better than they were playing, but we couldn't make those kind of mistakes. And I think the players were, all we have is what was in this room when you play in a place like this. But that's enough if everybody's all together and everybody does things right. And I think that, that was the message that we had going out in the second half. And, but we had too many penalties. I mean, we played better on offense in the second half, as I mentioned, but, we had several opportunities on third down to get off the field, and we were ahead in the game and, never did it. And penalties really hurt us in the one drive where they got back in the game and tied it up.
We'll see that here in the second half highlights.
Looking as he'll have an empty set. Gibbs going left. He gets the snap. He throws a slant. Catches made Brooks. Spins away at the 25. Snap, spot, kick. All solid. This one is up. Plenty of leg. And it is good. And Alabama has its first lead of the night. They go with strong side right. They hand it off, spinning, and took second effort, maybe third, but he got into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. Snap and spot are good. The kick is up, and that is good as well. And LSU does indeed have a 14-9 on the signal for Bryce Young to give him the snap as Earl will come in motion to the right side. The handoff will go to Gibbs. He'll make one man miss. He'll get to the edge 30, 35, 40, 45 to midfield. Hesitates, stutter steps down the sideline, brought down inside the 40-yard line. Off though, will go to the right side. Gibbs cuts it up 10, 5, pushing forward, knocked out of bounds inside the 3-yard line. It will be first and goal. Bama gets the snap, hands it off. Williams ahead, touchdown Alabama. First time tonight that Alabama finds pay dirt, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Daniels getting the snap, looking, throwing, catch made underneath, a gain of 5, a gain of 6 maybe, and then the stop made after Malik Neighbors made the grab. Fry from the near hash, and he's got the right angle for a right-footed kicker. Snap, spot are good, the kick is up, the kick is good, and LSU goes back on top. Young with the running back to his right, and Jahmyr Gibbs. 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Play action. Young looking, throwing it to the man out of the backfield. Gibbs 40, up near the 43 before being pushed out of bounds. Give instructions, gets the snap. Pressure coming from the Tigers. Bryce with plenty of time. Rolls right, throws, has a man catch made. There's your guy. Gibbs, first down. Waiting, gets the snap at 2. Pressure coming up the middle. Steps up in the pocket. Being corralled. Breaks away. Throws downfield. Has a man. Catch made. Touchdown, Alabama. Offset left. Daniels looking. Stepping up in the pocket. Wants to run. Escapes the rush. Has a first down. Has more. Across midfield. Now zigging and zagging's going to be brought down finally at the Alabama 38-yard line. It's away from doing that. Booty in motion to the left side. Daniels getting the snap, looking, throwing, a fade left side. It is caught. Touchdown LSU. The grab by Mason Taylor over 2 defenders with a minute 47 remaining. First 2 parts are good. The third is converted as well, and the Tigers have gone back up 24-21 with a minute 47 remaining. We're gone. Bryce waiting on the snap, gets it. Pressure coming from the edge, throws a fade left side. Earl dives. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did! What a grab! JoJo Earl inside the 30. Bryce walking up to the line of scrimmage. Play clock is at 4. It's at 3. It's at 2. It's at 1. We get it off in time. Bryce with time, stepping up, looking, throwing. Catch made. No, Brooks had it. And then at the last moment, it was stripped away by Bernard Converse. 2 are up. The kick is up. Doesn't have enough. It is good! Will Reichard with just enough to the left of Young as he brings Earl in motion left. Fakes the toss. Now he's going to tuck it. He's going to run. Bryce got the first down. Inside the 15 and down to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 Alabama from right there. And in motion, Burton at 2. They hand it off. Going forward, did he get in? Touchdown, Alabama. Roydell Williams giving the Tide the lead in overtime. Spot kick. All 3 converted perfectly, and Alabama has a 31-24 lead here in overtime. With a quarterback, Jaden Daniels. Bama trying to corral him. Just one time. Just one time. They bring a man in motion left side. Daniels will keep it himself. He'll elude one man. He'll break the tackle. He'll head to the end zone, and he will score. One play is all it took, and the Tigers find the end zone on a 25-yard Jaden Daniels touchdown run. The snap, they get it. They'll roll right. They'll throw. They'll make the catch. They will score.
Your team was not at its best tonight, but when you needed to be good on some certain areas, especially on offense late, really did some special things.
Yeah, Bryce made some unbelievable plays, showed some great sort of competitive grit out there. So did Gibbs. So did a lot of our players. But we also made some mistakes that hurt us as well. And, you know, Will made some big kicks in the game. So, but, you know, it's those bad plays that help the other team. That is what we really need to work on eliminating, and everybody's got to take it upon themselves to play with the kind of discipline to execute so that we don't continue to do that.
32-31 the final at overtime. Bama falls to LSU. We've got more coming up here on the Nick Saban Show, presented by Truckworks.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by T-Mobile, bringing 5G to hometowns across the SEC, and proud partner of Alabama football.
Coach, when you talk about turning points from the Alabama perspective in a positive sense, there was something really special happen late in that ball game for Bryce Young.
Well, Bryce made a play that might be the most fabulous play I've seen all year. The touchdown he threw to Brooks when he scrambled around and avoided getting sacked. So maybe it's not the turning point, but it's certainly the most inspirational play that I've seen for a long time. And, you know, obviously the last play was the turning point. Sure. Where if they don't make the 2-point conversion, we win. But I think that play was fantastic that Bryce made.
This loss stings for everybody, but I've got to think if you've played in an Alabama uniform and coached, it's even a different feeling. Freddie Roach is a guy that we're going to feature this week. Does a great job for your staff, and a very special man.
He's special. Like you said, he was a player at Alabama. I remember when recruiting Freddie when he was in high school at LSU, and he went to Alabama, was a good player. I also remember trying to sign him as a free agent at the Miami Dolphins, and he went someplace else. So we also tried to hire him a couple times here before he came here. So we're excited to have him on the staff. He's a great recruiter. He's good with the players. He does a great job of coaching the players and teaching the players, and what a fabulous person.
Let's go Mercedes-Benz All Access with Freddie Roach.
Let's go. That's it, get him up, Mill. 1, 2, kick. Come on, all the way to your spot. Quinn, pick it up. Touch that line, Jamil. Here we go, get that number. Hands up. Go car two. How you feel today? I do too. I did a little workout this morning. Good. You good on that one? There you go. You was good on that? Now I know I hit that earlier. You don't block down, you ain't gonna go inside though. Feel me, dog? Like magic. So you're going from here to there to get there. You're ready to set the edge. TK gonna try to cut the gap, but you gotta set the edge on that. Hit! Ball out! That's it! Inside out, that's it! Ball! Set, hit! Boom, knock it out! Boom, that's it! Boom, ball out! That's it, turn him up, Quinn! Boom, right there, that's it, that's the rep! So go get here, there you go, right there. Good job, Jamil! There you go. It's going to be a pause in this clap. That's it. On you. There you go right there. Set. On you. There you go. You know we got to go. Come on. That's it, Kurt. Good. Set. On you. There you go right there, Payne. That's it. Good. There you go right there. Come on, Payne. Right there. Good. That's it. Finish right there. That's it, 93. All right, so the first one is high block. So if he shoot it high, boom, I'm down, I'm up and away, and then I'm finishing. Right there, Quinn, good. Good. Right there, Payne, good. There you go, let's go, next two up. That's it, lock it out, Zebo. That's better, pad level. Better. It's amazing, let's go. Better, Kurt. Stay down, you're too high. Better, Quinn. That's it, Payne. Good rep. Good rep. Better. Good rep, Tim. Better. Now stay down, you too high. Here we go, it's reach, gather, and strike. Don't hop. Okay, I can live with that. All right, one more. Boom, boom, right there, that's it, quick. Boom, boom, that's it. Thank you, that looked good.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by Coke with zero sugar and refreshingly delicious. Is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
Coach, we love letting you talk about your players, and one of those that was part of your defense and has been a big part of it for a while is DeMarcco Hellams.
Yeah, I think DeMarco's been a 3-year starter, but you know, he's a guy that really prepares well for the game, really understands what we want to do out there, and he's tough, really good competitor, good person, does well in school, and he's represented our institution in a first-class way in every way.
Let's learn more from the man himself, DeMarcco Hellams.
My name is DeMarcco Hellams. I'm from Washington, D.C., and I play safety. My major is communications. After my football career, I plan to use my communications role to help with mentoring back in my hometown and using the business opportunities to create better for my community. I'm a laid-back guy. I hang out with my family a lot. I'm really close to my family, really close to my teammates. And, that's really what I do off the field. I play games, regular hobbies. My family is very important to me. I'm the youngest in my family. I have an older brother and an older sister. My mom and dad, we're a close-knit family, and, decisions that I make here at school, I always make sure, to get their input. I've always wanted to play in the NFL. I've been playing football since I was 5 years old. So football has always been important to me. My brother plays football. My dad played football, so it's something that's always been important in my family. Every time they get the chance, they try to make it to games. I feel like I try to take a lot from a lot of different safeties games, but I feel like my combination of, everyone else's game brings my own unique flavors. I guess my nickname is Hitman Hellams. People give me that nickname because, on the field, I'm not afraid to hit anyone. I fly around, I always bring it, so on the field they call me Hitman Hellams because that's what I go out there to do. My sophomore year against LSU, it was a hit on the slant. I hit the receiver pretty hard, so that was a hit that a lot of people remind me of. I don't really remember my big plays, I really like to involve stuff that involves a lot of my teammates, but a play that I know was important for the team and I was the SC championship against Georgia. I had an interception.
Bennett looks, throws, intercepted, Hellams.
That was a pretty important play in that game, so that comes to memory. It's exciting, feeling that energy when we're in the tunnel. It definitely gets us, ready to come out there, ready to put on the show. So, the energy and brand identity definitely means a lot to the team and I. My favorite thing about being a football player at Alabama, is just having the opportunity, to play on the stage, that Alabama puts me on, playing the SEC, playing under a legendary coach like Coach Saban, and, just being on the team with my brothers, that's the best thing about Alabama to me.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by Ford. The Ford F-150 helps make your game day traditions bigger and better, season after season.
Coach, as we take a look at what's next for your squad, it's another tough SEC West opponent and on the road as well in Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss has got a really good team. You know, they got a lot of new players on their team that have played really well for them. This will be a real challenge for us again on the road against a one-loss team. So, but I think the biggest thing we have to do is get ourselves together. You know, players have to come together and coaches have to come together, and hey, I'm responsible for all that. I'm responsible for what happens on the field, and if the players didn't do well today, that's all on me and on us as coaches, and we all need to do a better job so that we give these guys a better opportunity to be successful.
We look forward to seeing them do just that in Oxford, Mississippi next week. Thank you for your time, Coach. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next here on the Nick Saban Show, presented by Truckworks.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by Coke with zero sugar and refreshingly delicious. Is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. And by the University of Alabama, where legends are made.